probably should have put myself into the stage first. Hello, 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 hello. How is everybody? I hope everybody's doing okay. You know, just gonna give a few moments for a couple more people to come in. Then I usually don't have one of these. I usually don't have a disclaimer, but there's gonna be one tonight. Yep, it's gonna be a disclaimer. So let's let everybody in. I know it's Wednesday, it's hump day, it's the middle of the week. Lizzie's, our collab ended last week. That collab ended last week. But if you guys are patient, Lizzie and I are going to be doing. Where is Rhonda at? Rhonda helped name our channel, so she's going to be available. We would love to have her as our first guest every other Saturday. We are going to be kicking off our morning laughs. It's going to be hecka early too. It's going to be like 7 a.m. here on the West Coast, and it's going to be 10 a.m. Now Lizzie said I picked the time. I literally didn't have a lot of options because she works. So she was leaning towards Sunday. We might as well do it. I'm like, you already do a show then. And I said, let's pick a different time. Let's pick a time when, people are just getting up. They haven't, I know that, we tried not to go at the same time as other people because we enjoy other shows as well. So that was the time that seemed to work best because we wanted you guys to wake up with us, get your day going, you know. So it's going to be called Morning Laughs with Lizzie and Tia, or Tia and Lizzie. Saturday morning is good because there really isn't any other lives at that time. There's my sooo. Hi, Gail. So let me go back and say hello to everybody. Go say hello. Go say hello. My nut. How you feeling, my nut? Last time I spoke, you were kind of under the weather, coming through though. Hi, Bonnie. Bonnie, you're here. And you know what? The other night, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have known what was going on. I had no idea because I don't check the weather. It's always nicer here than it is anywhere else except maybe Florida, the Bahamas, Hawaii. So I was shocked and I was having problems. And I thought Bonnie was the only one coming through making sense. She was like, the weather's bad. It's really bad. So apparently there were a couple of major concerts that have been canceled. The weather was bad. Like I lost power and internet. We lost internet again today. I lost it again Sunday. So thank you for the heads up. I get online when I had a moment and I try and look up to see what's going on. And sure enough, we were going from really hot weather down to really cool weather, which, creates windy conditions. Apparently, we're doing it in the reverse. So we still have really bad weather conditions. So other than that, I just wanted to say thank you, girl. Angel Ray, how you doing tonight? Oh, Saturday mornings. Okay. I'm all caught up almost. Hola, hola, Princess Tia. Hola, there's my Rhonda. How are you tonight? Rhonda was stirring it up on, not Rhonda. Rhonda. You see, top of the hour. It's still early. Where is Lizzie? Is she in the audience? No, but I didn't get the same grace. I'm just saying. Hi, Tammy. How are you this evening? Amy says, hello, Tia, and everyone here this evening. Sorry, I'm tardy. Don't be tardy for the party. Am I singing it right? I can't even believe I know that song. Oh, my goodness. Y'all remember who sang it? Do you remember who sang it? Okay. I don't remember. I just know it was something that was kind of funny. It was 85 here in Maryland today. It's 71 right now at 10:09 p.m. Everybody has better weather than Vegas. We are getting our karma, I guess. We're getting our karma. So, getting past last week, everybody knows it was kind of a trying week for me, as I get older. Yes, for anybody who doesn't know this, I'm going to be turning 29 pretty soon. Anyway, as I get older and things like that, I am noticing that the patriarchs and matriarchs of my family are diminishing. And I am now becoming the patriarch or the matriarch of the family. And I don't like it. I don't like it. It makes me feel lonely. You're the same age my daughter will be in July. We can hang. Bring her to the retreat. And when it's time to go to bed early and she not ready, tell her that's all I got. That's it. It's in the knees. It's in the knees. um, so I think, the hardest part of losing loved ones, we get older and, because we get older, we know that one of these days our day will come. But it is hard when the top is pretty much gone and you're not looking up at anybody. You don't have what I call a parent figure to kind of hold your hand and guide you through things. You got to have it all figured out at this point. And I think I just had a couple moments last week where that kind of just kind of plagued me a little bit and things. So we all go through it. Yeah, no different than anyone else. And so I just wanted to kind of call it out because this is the time of the year where other people who may be suffering for something a lot more severe, a lot more critical mentally, emotionally, depression, thoughts of suicide and things like that. It's the time of the year where we should do this all the time, but we really do focus on the awareness. And you're hearing this all over mental health awareness, because it's critical, it's important. You know what I hate about when someone commits suicide? Not the fact that it's not a tragedy, and I don't hate that, but I hate the statements, you never know what someone is going through. I want to hear more of that when people are around and when they're here, as opposed to, oh man, I would have never known. You never know what someone is going through. So, a little more compassion, a little bit more understanding, a little more awareness can help us all go a long way, right? Next up, Tia, you are transitioning from princess to queen status. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you. Anita says, it was so hot here and no air conditioning that me and my little fur baby aren't doing too good. Oh, oh my goodness. I don't like that. Can you create a swamp cooler? I When my kids were younger and it was just me, I'm a single mom and I'm trying to get them reared up. There was some amenities that I couldn't really afford. I remember I live in Vegas, so this is not really, too abusive. But I remember I didn't have gas. We had electric stove, and the only thing we needed gas for was our heat. I was like, bump it. Well, if it get too cold, we'll just have to. We had a kerosene heater, fill it up with kerosene, plug it in, and we would use that if it got too cold. I remember I spent more money on the heater than probably time using the heater in and of itself. Um, and then in the summer, when it came to the air conditioner, yeah, I couldn't afford to run it. I remember I was like, we're going to set this on like 80. And so when it reaches 80 in the house, then the air will come on. Still too expensive. So I remember I had to go, and a friend of mine, he's one of those, Jimmy Rig, Jack Leggers. Exactly. That is somebody all single women need in their life. So if you have a child, next, we are having a fabulous evening. If you have a child in your life that, you don't see them, with a lot of motivation, but you see them being able to tinker down a toy or an item and then, bring it back up. They real helpful out in the shed out back. You don't have a problem getting them to help when it comes to picking up in the yard. And they just are very capable. They may have a pocket full of women that they can just, it's what you want. It's what you want. If that's your child, if he's your child, let him have a pocket full of women. He'll never be homeless. That's all I'm going to say on that one. We're just going to get him out, get him a few dates, and next thing you know, boop, 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 Janae. Hi, Janae. Swamp coolers are not the same as central air conditioner. I agree, they're not, but they do bring through some cooler air, especially if you're counting your pennies and things, and you can't afford, the air conditioner. I got a bill one time. I'm a single mom, and I got a bill $481, and I'm like, what? This is how many months? And they were like, that's for this past month, and I'm like, what? That's only 1 month. So it was a lot. The nickname Princess Tia, that really came from how pampered I had no idea. I went from Papa's Princess to being a stay at home mom where everything really was taken care of. I had education, book smarts, but when it came to the street smarts, I learned it all when my ex husband walked out. And so the unfortunate part was I wasn't aware that electricity cost that much. And air, like it should be free. Like I can reach out. Well, I guess I can't touch it. They making me feel it though. Um, so it's tangible in some kind of way. But yeah, $481. Now that probably wouldn't have been too much, but I really had to learn everything on the fly, budgeting, taking care of the kids, cooking. I used to cook, but I didn't have a budget before. Now we got to cook on a budget. You may not like this, or I got to do a whole lot to fix this up. So those are the life lessons that I learned. Late to join. Good evening, everyone. Evening. So now we have a segment where we have been focusing on shows. As you guys are crafting, as you guys are enjoying, our craziness, we give you things to kind of think about. Now it's probably like 1,200. I agree, Amy. That same 481 is probably closer to 1,000 at this point, just to put things into perspective. So don't judge me too harshly. I just was so soft, and I mean, we had to shut everything off. It would be 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I know the light's still on. I know. Look, turn everything off. My son started calling us vampires because I'd be like, close the curtains. We closed the curtains. We kept the house dark. Whew, that cooled it down another 10 to 12 degrees. And then if somebody come in the house and open the door and left the door for too long, let some of the sun in, oh, you getting yelled at. Looking forward to the upcoming Lizzie and Tia show on Saturday. Who's with me? So come and join us for our morning laughs. It's going to be every other Saturday. It does kick off Saturday, the day before Mother's Day. We want to help you guys celebrate and remember just what's special about those moms in your life. Yay! No judgment here. You need money to feed the kids. I appreciate that. So I did. I definitely, I've been, as Mickey Sunshine calls me, a hustler. At one point I worked 3 jobs, so I did what I had to do, and I've been fortunate. I'm definitely probably the last of the barterers in the world. You know, there are, even to this day, I'm on a barter program right now where I help out in my community. I give back, and it helps reduce how much I pay for my little expensive condo here. So everybody can understand that. I'm so looking forward to the Tia and Lizzie, or Lizzie and Tia show. I like how you thought about that. Obviously, it's Tia and Lizzie when we're on my channel. Rhonda says the boys are here learning to close the front door so Dipper doesn't get out. Oh, well, hello, guys. How are you? And hi, Dipper. How are you this evening? The other thing, now, last week, we have been talking about our favorite shows and what we liked about the favorite shows. And one show in particular came up several times. Many of you mentioned the show. Bartering is a great way to meet people and save some money. It definitely has helped me out over the years. I am not afraid to offer a service in lieu of something cost effective. It definitely helped. You know, probably for Mother's Day, kind of revisit some of the tales, you know, because I want to celebrate moms. A lot of moms out here have, you know, busted a butt or two, you know, to get the babies where they are, you know. So we definitely want to celebrate. And there are a lot of dads who have stepped into mom's roles. And the dads that stepped into mom's roles, kudos to you, and you get to celebrate your mom's day. I used to celebrate Mother's Day for my dad, and then he got a special Father's Day as well. But you guys know I grew up with him and things. Look at Mickey. Hi, Mickey. Your sound is cutting in and out. I don't know what to do. Nobody said that but you. Maybe that's this tray right here. Nut mutt. Is that right? That's not right. My bad luck. Maybe. Look at Mickey coming in here. Sound is fine here. Thank you. Oh, I mean, she had me worried, guys. Your sound is fine. Okay, let me get back to the show. Mickey. It went out earlier today and came back in. I was working. And so that's my biggest concern. Well, you know, when it go out when you're working, you don't care. But if you're having fun, like how I don't know what happened Saturday. I didn't get a warning or nothing. It just started freezing up. So again, kudos to Bonnie. Mickey needs to turn her sound up. She didn't hear when I called her. Mickey! So we talked about this show. Seems to be one of everybody's favorites. With that said, So Help Me Todd has been canceled after only 2 seasons. My hope, like how we got on the horn and we saved SWAT, and how we got to, remember, I think I wrote a letter. Oh God, I think it was 87, 88. I think I wrote a letter and we saved Cagney and Lacey. Do y'all, oh my gosh. Do y'all remember who all did that? No, oh my God, I love Todd. I told y'all, I was doing disclaimers. Heard Young Sheldon. Yep, that was my mom's favorite show. Young Sheldon. My mother had a weird crush on him. Like, weird. Like, Mom, he is too young for you to look at all. He's so intelligent. Okay, Mom. He's growing up so handsome. Mother, and if you don't stop. So, yeah. And, yeah, no more Young Sheldon after this season. Yep. Young Sheldon and So Help Me Todd. And then nobody mentioned this show, but it is one of my favorites. NCIS Hawaii. Yeah. I saved Cagney and Lacey, Amy, single-handedly, all by myself. Me and 500,000 other people wrote letters. They were getting canceled after, I think, season 1 or 2. It was early. Favorite episode. Um, you mean of Cagney and Lacey or So Help Me Todd? It's gonna be hard on So Help Me Todd. I would probably say uh, Travis Kelsey will be in a show soon. Not Travis, Jason, his brother. Jason has his own show coming out. I'll be watching it front and center. I think he's a nut. I like all episodes. Just love young Sheldon. He is too funny. I think he is hilarious. My favorite episode. No, Travis got himself an acting gig. Did he? What? I did not know that. I haven't heard that at all. I was gonna be watching his brother. I like Mima. Mima, yeah. Look at Bonnie. Yes. The Bachelor. I think the Golden Bachelor ruined that for me. What are you talking about? Not Travis. Mima was the best. Yes, she was. Um, if he's hosting, that's one thing. But Travis already had a dating show. I think he did 2 seasons. The first season, him and the girl dated for like 6 months. They broke up, like all of them. And then he got to come back and do another one. That's where he met that the black girl, and he dated her off and on for like 5 years. So they've been broken up, I think, for a year or two. And then now he better treat my girl right, because I don't play when it comes to no Taylor. But he started dating Taylor after Annie Potts. She's a great actress. Yep. Loved her in Designing Women. She is a great actress. Yeah, I don't know. I just didn't know what to think. Joking about Travis and The Bachelor. Oh, okay. Because I was going to say, he ought to hang those up. He's done enough dating. We need him to get settled. Really, really settled. I have to think. Because Taylor's not getting any younger. Okay. And if I'm going to get any grandkids from her, he got to straighten up. Otherwise, we got to find her someone worthy. You gotta look into it. Loved her in Ghostbusters. Yes. Oh, so my favorite show, I was a little upset about that. I know that many of us were watching it, and yeah. So with that said, what is the fall looking like for you guys? We talked about this a few weeks ago. What does your summer look like? Do you have summer series that you enjoy? Do you find yourself getting out a little bit more? And I know I asked this question. Does your crafting change with the season? Now, we all know that some of us, like my sister Rebecca, she just all over the place. She does a lot of stuff. She's crocheting, she's cross stitching, she's watercolor painting. I haven't seen her color in a while with like hoo-hoos or anything. But Big Brother will be back. Now that is a show that I find myself, Big Brother, watching by myself. Now my kids do like the challenge shows, and I can definitely get them to watch challenge shows like Amazing Race, The Challenge. Even like me and my son, we watch The Circle. Robert, there's my Robert. How are you? I think it's just Amy and Georgie. Oh, okay. I'm more like Rebecca at crafting and crying daily all over the place. All fun things. Yeah, you and her do puzzling and stuff. I'm going to send your niece out to you, Rebecca. She tried that when I first started my channel, me and Justin. Um, we would be going live and we would be showing our diamond paintings and talking about, we had a lot of issues back then. So we used to come in and talk because we were doing AliExpress. We had a couple of Wish. We were new, just coming in. And she used to come in and try and steal the subscribers in chat and get them to come with her and talk about puzzling. I'm going to start a channel, but I'm just going to do puzzling. So would you guys like to come over there and talk about puzzling? What puzzles do you have? What are you interested? If you don't get out of my chat with that. So I definitely had to, boot her. So you come in here, you talk with me and brother about diamond painting. And she hates diamond painting. She has tried all of 2 times. She just says it's too tedious and stuff, so it's hard. You do a road trip with the grandkids. I don't diamond paint as much in the summer. I think I'm going to try and teach myself crochet. Well, there you go. One of the things that I noticed last year was, even now, I have been doing more diamond painting. I have been plucking. On Friday night when I was listening to J Rob, she's doing her hashtag I Am Enough series. I found myself plucking. As you guys can see off in the distance over there. Let me see. There we go. Look at that. I got it. Ooh, off in the distance. I got a little bit more done on Tea Party. I've gotten all around the edges and things done right here. Let's see. I had a couple other small ones that I was working on. I have 2 separate, I think her name is Chloe. She's a Mandy Manzano black lady with her hair up in the sky. I have 2 of those. Obviously, I was doing them as gifts to send out to relatives, like cousins and things like that. And so I started one. Then another one saw it and was like, "Ooh, I like that, but if you make me one, I like." So then we start to hear about customization and stuff like that. Can you change some of the colors? I prefer that to be blue. And I'm like, really? Because this wasn't like a request or anything. I showed you something I'm working on and you already putting the changes in. So I'm gonna see. I'm gonna see because I very seldomly swapped everything out. Me and Rochelle were talking probably about a month or so ago, and Rochelle has gotten some of hers where she may swap a whole color for something else. I usually stay within a hue, and I am really big on. I like to see the sparkle, but obviously, I like to catch the purpose of the painting and like kind of tie it into the artwork. So I'm always looking for like a light source or something. So just Bonnie says, I never had so much static with drills in my life. Do you know where that came from? I definitely don't like staticky drills, but I do keep dryer sheets. I cut them up and I'll keep them in a bag. So when I do come across some, as I'm pouring them into it, I'm exclusive to Harbor Freight when it comes to my storage system. And as I'm pouring my diamonds in, I'll just drop in a couple of dryer sheets, close them up. A lot of people say they prefer to use the ones, they've been in the dryer once. I've never done that, so I don't know. I usually will try and put some fresh ones in there. But yeah, they literally are bouncing all over my desk. Wow, that sounds like a lot of static. I'm doing a round for I Am Enough and a square for Phoenix Fantasy. And I hate the round DAC drills in this kit. Well, which kit is it? Working on a double-sided adhesive and really need to take my time placing more than usual. Let's get into that real quickly. So I know that I told you guys I was going to be doing a disclaimer. Let me go ahead and get my disclaimer out. So I'm going to be sharing some information with you guys. I do have a date coming up this week, Friday. And I'm going to be sharing some personal information. I'm going to need y'all to send any children or husbands on up out the room. All right, let's go back and check out working on double-sided adhesive. Yes, share. When it comes to, like we just talked about how we started our experience off with AliExpress and things. My stash is well over 400. I lost count once, I know I had 108 that I had got from AliExpress when I was first starting out. And I had some really cute ones. I mean, when we first started buying, we didn't care if they had meaning. I didn't. We didn't care. They would just had to be cute. And oh my, this is a good price compared to. So woo, look at this one. I'm gonna get this one too. I remember I got 16 that came in from China all at once. I thought I hit the mother load. Y'all remember that feeling when you got a diamond painting? When several of them came in? Oh, you couldn't wait, right? Couldn't wait. I feel like that when I take time to sit down and just kind of detach myself from everything that's going on. I really still get that excitement. I still can't wait. I love to look at the canvas. I like going through each and every one of the drills. And so, what I want to do, this is going to sound bad. So please, no judgment. We talked, remember, about acceptance. We talked about, grace and understanding. We talked about that, right? I really want to do one of my AliExpress canvases. Obviously, not going to be able to share it on the channel. The other thing, please, we all came from a position of unknown. We didn't know. We didn't know what we don't know. We didn't know that we couldn't buy from them. So there are a lot, but there was still some money spent on them. And when I think about people in the world who are less fortunate, and I've been there, I had to crawl up. Remember, we talked top of the show. We're going to be talking about the special things that single moms do to make sure they keep lights on, they enjoy air. I would like to maybe revisit one of my double-sided adhesive canvases and go through that frustration all over again, get that excitement, look at that cute little canvas, and just no judgment here. I always have a budget painting going. Look at you, see, look at you. This is your craft, your hobby. So you work on anything you want to work on and don't think twice about. See, there we go. I love that. When would you like to have me on with you, Tia? Oh, Robert's gonna come on with me. Um, what I know you do a show on Saturday though. You and the twins. What time do you go live? So I want to have you on Saturdays with me and Lizzie, Robert. But yeah, that is what I've been wanting. My budget is my side piece. There we go, Gail. I love the way that sounds. Y'all go live at 11 a.m. Oh, you may not be up. I didn't realize it was 11 when you went. I thought you went earlier. We kind of designed our time around y'all. Um, on Saturdays. Yeah, I will message you and Saturday. I didn't realize you all went that late. How about sharing with your special group of kids? Budget kits are a great way to introduce others to diamond paint. Oh, Amy, beautiful idea. Beautiful. Um, and for you guys who don't know, one of the bartering opportunities that I have is that I do crafting events. And those events are hosted in my community to give, supposed to be a bonding moment between children and their parents. But lately, it's been me and the children. And, for all of the events, I do have a budget. And not only do I have a budget, but I do get a nice discount off of my rent. And so, like I said, I'm probably one of the last holdouts when it comes to the bartering system. But you don't know what someone is willing to accept unless you put the position in and put it out there. And my kids were little and I was all they had, and I didn't hesitate. If I fix this up, can we? If I make this, can I? If I help this, can I? And a lot of times the answer was, that's a great idea. Yes, of course. Well, let's see what happens and we can maybe try and get a program going. And so now it's May and I started in October. It's really catching on. I mean, really catching on. So, yeah, that's a great idea. I have an old AliExpress that I would love to do. It's a risque man and woman. There we go. See, that's what I'm talking about. Getting out there and celebrating. I know that I'm going to catch some hate. Please don't judge because I'm not trying to do anything but have fun and just get back into the zen that brought me this way. Um, I remember the excitement. I remember, oh, and then it got to be a part where, you know, what do I do? I told somebody at a retreat, and I had my stitching queens. I had them cracking up, but everything that I said was true. And I said, they were like, "Hey, when's the last time you did an unboxing?" And I was like, "I really don't do unboxings." They was like, "Wait, you? Nope, I don't." I said I started doing unboxings. The new releases would come out. I said 3 days later, I couldn't wait. If somebody got theirs before me, I'm watching their unboxing of the same canvas. I was like, I would be like, yup. But when I do mine, oh, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna put the diamonds here. I'm gonna move them over here. I'm gonna highlight it a little bit more. I'm gonna point this out instead of that. I don't want nobody thinking I'm stepping on their toes. You know. And my mother, when she came to stay with me, ruined all of that. So I couldn't wait. I'm excited. Like, oh, when I get that canvas, oh, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna open it. I used to do the crinkle and irritate everybody. Like, I should have said something, but I like the crinkle. I used to do that because everybody used to warn about the crinkle. So guess what? I'm not warning. We're just gonna listen to the crinkle together, right? Fun. So my mom was like, "So let me guess, you gonna buy that canvas and you gonna do the same unboxing of the same canvas? Is that all y'all do? All of y'all open the channel or open the same canvas and people go and watch each and every one of y'all open the same?" And I was like, "Well, it was fun until you said something and you ruined it." So guess what? I quit doing unboxings. Even though I got a stash and a half. And my sister Rebecca been telling me for 5 years. She been saying since like middle of 2019 we started. Well, they started the new releases when they were doing them. They started that in like April, I think, of 2019. So yeah, it's been about that long. And she told me, why don't you show your just do video showing your canvases and things. But I got some cute AliExpress. I mean, cute, because that's what I did. I looked and shop. I mean, I scrolled, clicked on it. I always checked to see if somebody else had that same canvas. I bought good stuff that I can't do. Like, I feel guilty wanting to do it and things like that. And I don't want to feel guilty. I want the fun to come back. And I want us all to be like, "Oh, cute, girl," uplifting one another, encouraging one another. No judgment here. I just try to not get blatant ripoffs of independent artist work. I honestly don't care about the big companies. They have enough money. Doesn't bother me to do a Disney ripoff. That and I hate to say this, but I have quite a few Disney. Um, Mostly all of them are Princess Tiana's, but they were just doing such nice, extravagant stuff with her dresses. Like, oh, I had to have them. And then I think I had been diamond painting for almost 6 months when I found out about the artists and the licensing and things like that. The unfortunate part, turning you off in the craft room, and I'm going to take you in the bedroom with, ooh, you. Yeah, you definitely gonna want to take me in the room with you though. I haven't gotten back to the date info. I do my best to check and sometimes find out afterwards. So only so much you can do. I had no idea, none. Like, I had an order coming in when I found out about licensure licensing and the artists and things like that. Um, I felt horrible, you know, but at the same time, it's what am I supposed to do? I just bought all these canvases. They're coming in, they're extremely cute. And now, and I put them up. I didn't want to get rid of them. I didn't want to throw them away. And I can't show them. I don't show my canvases anyway, so that wasn't no big deal. But I just felt horrible, So all these years later, I still feel bad, but I just want that guilt to kind of go away. I do. I want it to go away. I'm gonna always be respectful of an artist. I feel like I'm an artist. I use my creativity to make the pins, and I would hate for someone to, rain on that. But I don't know what I don't know, and I had no idea when I bought these that there was, some sort of infringement and things. I just purchased. I didn't spend $1 on them. Now I would have known something if there was only $1. I still spent good money, but this was, a lot more affordable than some, like you said, the big companies. And the unfortunate part is, I just feel guilty even wanting to look at them. And I like this, like you guys were talking about shopping a stash, and Rebecca, I like to shop my own stash. My son shop it better than anything. My son is a diamond painter. The unfortunate part is we can't diamond paint together anymore. Our schedules no longer coincide, and that's why he doesn't co-host the show with me anymore. But we used to have some great days, and every year, couple times a year, he will guest star on my show. So he guest starred a few times in February because we had started this singles thing back in 2020, me, him, and Rebecca. And so we wanted to continue that. It's 2024 and we all still single. So my nut says, I have showed all my Amazon and budget-friendly canvases on my channel, but if I know or think it's stolen art, I don't show it. But most of my canvases were gifted to me or I won them over the 3 years that I've been diamond painting. I spent money on mine. I do know now that probably not all of them were acquired by, appropriate licensing. And there's still something I bought. There's no need to feel guilty. You didn't do anything deliberately. And I definitely wouldn't at all from anyone. Plus, not even illegal for that's why it's a conflict. It's a dichotomy that you are experiencing, because you don't know. You're just a customer. And when you go into a store to purchase, I go into a store to buy milk. If it's a good price, I'm not thinking, oh, this is way better than the Walmart around the corner. This must be stolen. So we just aren't thinking that way. And the unfortunate part is we get the guilt and the punishment as if we did know. So hopefully going forward, my stash is over 128. Woo, you doing really good. In 3 years, I've only bought 20 canvases that's in my stash. Wow. So yeah, you really do win. You do win a lot of stuff though. That's true. You win a lot of stuff. You win a lot on my channel. So I can imagine if you're supporting everyone else like me, kudos to you. So yeah, that's what I'm working on. I have been revisiting, it's mental health awareness. And this is a great time that to kind of take a step back. My job is really focusing on it, because I have a stressful job. Every time I'm speaking to someone, it's probably an argument. And if it's not, it will turn into one because I handle attorney rep, injuries and things like that. So I'm investigating. They don't like how slow I'm investigating or the results of my investigation. So, almost every time I pick up a phone or answer a call, I'm about to argue. And that can be a lot, on someone when it comes to mental health. So there is a huge focus on at my job, and it's caused me to want to kind of just go back and visit a time where I said, I like that cute owl back there. That is the owl that I bought when we went to go and get our unicorns, our hot ass unicorn outfits. I mean, we were hot, but then we were burning up hot, sweating in them also. That I bought that night. Yes, that was what I bought. um, anyway, oh, you should have seen me and Crashley. We look so cute. I burned my unicorn outfit. That was the outfit I had on when I farted on you. Oh, my sister. I'm such a bad girl. I'm sorry. Uh, we look so cute in our outfits, and we were doing crazy stuff, and we were like bending over, and I'm like, I can't keep pushing on my tummy like this. And next thing you know, boop. Yeah, because we had unicorn. I mean, the full unicorn with the horn coming out of our forehead and everything. But it was so hot. It was very, very like it felt like we had just stepped inside furnaces and zipped them up. so, yeah. Anyway, I told you guys make sure you guys have gotten rid of the men. So what I'm gonna do real quick is kind of tell you I was sitting around upset, sad. My show been canceled, it's not coming on. I'm praying that I did sign a couple petitions, just so you guys are aware, to save So Help Me Todd. I'm hoping amongst hope that it works. Okay. I can only imagine Tia and Crashley shenanigans. Oh my Amy. Unicornies. um we have a lot of fun. We have so much fun. And we entertain. We were entertaining people at a retreat. And we had on our jammies. They were so hot. They were just burning hot. Like who could sleep in these things? That's why the flames went so high when I lit them. Your forecast was embedded in the seams. She's so bad. She's right though. So I am sitting there and I'm trying to write out a reason why we need to save this show. Remember, I saved Cagney and Lacey, me and probably a half a million other people. But somebody has to lead the brigade to save So Help Me Todd. So I'm sitting there, and next thing you know, like all these commercials are coming on. And I want you guys to tell me what commercial right now is just craziest to you. Like you look at it and you're like, really? Y'all did a commercial on this? I had that moment. I had that moment. I'm sitting there and I am watching this commercial where these women are talking about how it stinks down there. And I'm like, wait, did I just see? Wait. And they are going into all this, oh, I run here and I walk there and I stepped in that, and so they got all body or full body deodorant. And I'm like, okay, I don't know what has been going on for 2020 something years, but clearly it hasn't been working because they've created or started to create all new, exactly, all new deodorants. So I'm in the store. I went to, I think, Target, and I'm looking and I'm like, oh my gosh, I seen the full body deodorant from the commercial. Now I don't know, and I'm starting to second guess what I've been doing for 28 years. Because you guys know I'm gonna be 29 on my next birthday. So I'm starting to second guess, like, what is going on? Right? And I'm looking at the deodorant I normally buy, it's like $3.85. And this newfangled deodorant is $15. And I'm like, what is going on? Like, what's going on? And my concern, as I start to really You know, think about this. The next date is supposed to be dancing. I don't know why I'm going to go dancing. I think if Berta were here, she could tell you how well I dance. Rebecca probably could tell you how well I dance. Berta says I'm the only black person she knows with no rhythm. So hopefully that puts things into perspective for you. But we're supposed to go dancing. Go figure. And what comes out of that thought process is, dancing, sweating. Am I wearing the right deodorant? Because they doing these commercials, they like all the rage. I'm at Target and my deodorant, I could just walk by and pick it up off the shelf, right? This new deodorant, no, can't do that. You got to call somebody because it's behind a cage with a lock. And I'm like, oh, like we still in deodorant. We were trading it on like stock or something. Why is the deodorant behind lock and key? So I call the lady. She comes out. She's little bit, she's like 4'10". She's tiny, and she comes out. I mean, I'm gonna have to get with Nix and ask the tone. I hear that you got to check the tone when people say this. And I said, hi, man, I'm seeing this all over the place. And I think I better give it a try. I don't know. I don't think I have the problems they're talking about, but I'm going to be going dancing. And I think I'm going to need all the backup I can get, if I get to cutting the rug too much. She said, oh, bless your heart. And so I'm hearing that means a couple different things, but it may not always be the best for someone to tell you that. So I don't know if she means bless my heart because I need this and she got to open the cage door to get it, or me at 28 going on 29, if it was, a great idea to maybe go dancing out. She didn't explain it. But I heard it. I'll never forget when I saw adult toys at Walmart for the first time. They had them suckers in a locked vault too. I don't know what I would say if I saw that. They lock up everything now. Next will be toothpaste. Oh my. I'll be so mad if I got to get somebody to come help me. They lock up deodorant. Melinda, it was crazy. Yes. They had the deodorant locked up. Locked up. So I'm gonna go get, I got like the works and stuff like that. Got some stuff that's supposed to lather up and things like that. And I'm all excited. I'm gonna get this stuff and I'm gonna try it out. I tried this firming. This is like firming cream and stuff that you can get also. Like I got enough time. The date is Friday, and I bought this last week, but I bought this firming cream. So deodorant, a secret way to get high or something I don't know about. April, $15, and it's behind a locked gate. Lady had to come and, she looking over her shoulder like I'm gonna reach around and steal it. Like, what is going on? It was behind a lock and key. Deodorant FDS for your below really works. I used it for years. It just keeps it dry. Yeah, and that is like $3-4. It's not. I'm telling you, I couldn't believe. And I had a discount, so it could be more than 15. But I had a discount because I had purchased something else, and then I got like a $5 coupon on my next purchase and things. So I swear, check your local Walmart now. It's like if people were poor enough to steal dildos, you'd think they'd just get them. Crashley. A cucumber. So I am just in shock. Like, really, we're talking about deodorant, and yeah, I couldn't believe it. Behind lock and key, over $15, ridiculous. I got some other stuff. Got the little lathering cream and things. As you can see, I look gray. Like This wasn't moisturizing. I'm gonna have to still use some lotion. And I got some firming cream. So I'm like, I don't know what I was thinking. I'm gonna firm some stuff up, right? I swear. And this is why I said send your kids and your husbands away. We know she got some nice shoulders. She got some thick shoulders. We definitely know this. It's not a secret. You guys see me on these channels every week, either my channel or my sisters or Lizzie's. So we know she got shoulders, right? I'm using the firming cream because I don't. You ever see a seal? And the seal. Okay. So when I am getting ready, I feel like I got four arms, and I feel like they all just flopping and things. I don't run, so that's another reason why I was gonna try this full body. I don't run because I don't want people thinking I'm clapping and applauding. Sound like more than just me somewhere. I thought I saw herd people. Oh, it's only 10 in here. So I thought I heard people. Anyway, that's why you don't, see me doing all of that. So I feel like I was thinking the same thing. I was wondering what ingredient is useful for other stuff. I don't know. Watch out for upside down pineapples when you go on your date. Exactly. I'm doing all of this, so that I can be presentable when I go on this date. I'm feeling like, okay, dancing, sweating, things like that, jiggling, moving, and things. So that is why I was like, Tia, technically you don't have forearms. However, you do have a forearm. She's so bad. Uh, I don't have forearms until the bra comes off. Sounds like you may have had to dip into your savings to cover that Target trip. I dipped into my, I got me a little craft budget. It has dwindled, because I had to put the funds elsewhere, but I do still have a small one. And I dipped into that, trying this deodorant out, because, I'm like, oh, I'm going to be sweating. Oh, I'm going to be moving. I got this firming cream. Let me see if I could, like I had a lot of time. What did I think? I was going to put the cream on and, shrink up into Cindy Crawford or something. I mean, in your mind, when you are in the store, right? That is how everything makes you feel. Any concerts this summer? Aw, there's going to be a lot of concerts here, but I usually hit up more operas. Nobody would go to concert with me. My daughter is an opera singer, and so I find myself going to a lot of operas, operettas, recitals. Those are where one individual opera singer comes out and she sings someone's catalog of work or a couple of catalogs. It's a brand new guy. Yes, this is a brand new guy. Not brand new. Most of the guys I met, when I first got online. And so, we've been talking for a while. But yes, it's going to be our inaugural date. And I am hoping for the best. I have not been able to get him on a video chat. I know that was your suggestions after some of the last one. I really want to thank all of you guys for helping us, me, my sister Rebecca, and my son Justin. My son Justin is out tonight on a date. He did meet another lady. He is still on the app. We are all going strong till the end of July, although I wanted to quit a couple times already. Justin and Rebecca seem to be a little bit more excited. I think they enjoy just meeting new people and stuff. I'm meeting a lot of people, and then they don't turn out to be the people they presented. So I'm just. Do you have an escape plan? I don't. I usually get. This is why I share this stuff with you guys. I'm being honest. I usually get messages from you guys and things like that. So I'll get a message, and then if it really gets bad, a few of you have said, just type this back, and we'll call you and get you out of there. So I really Amy, you check on me all the time. Tammy, a few others. You guys reach out. You check on me. Sue. And so I just make sure to let all of you guys know, since you guys have been here from the start helping, I let you know what nights I'm going out. And if it's a new person or someone, you know, I still have from the original three, I still have number three, military. You guys liked him a lot. Um, he moves a little bit more swiftly. Yes, you can. Um, and he just moves a little bit more swiftly. Like he was already talking about trying to do a hotel and things like that. Yeah, I wasn't ready for any of that, so I didn't lean in too much. But he's the one that I told you guys I smooched. That was it. It wasn't one of those. But I I think that was was a lot, and maybe it was a little some hope or something like that in there. So I was like, Tia, be good. You know, we was having fun. And it was just in the moment, and I leaned in, but I'm like, oh, he was like, yeah, later on, we can get a hotel. And like, oh, yeah, I'm not ready for that. So Billy's come in. Hey, Billy, how are you this evening? We were talking about everything. I'm just going to tell you right now. Don't know if you remember, but my favorite show, So Help Me Todd, it got canceled. So it won't be returning as of next season. Now, I really, really am upset because one, it was a shortened season. We don't get 24 to 26 episodes anymore. We get closer to 20 or 22. And I believe we only on like episode 10 or 11. And now it's going to end. Viv, how are you doing? We've all been there. SOS. No shame in that. Exactly. Uh, did you say go to China? Did I say go to China? Me? I don't remember. Did I say go to China? Did I say something that sound like it? Mm, I don't remember. I might have said something that sounded close though. uh, um, but yeah, so we've all. Anyway, I'm hoping that we can save the show. Long time ago, um, I forget how I found out. Maybe I was watching or reading, even back in the day before we had the internet, we had like OK Magazine, Teen Magazine, things like that. Um, I'm pretty sure I was reading some sort of magazine or something, and it had made the announcement that Cagney and Lacey was going to be canceled. And I think it was at the end, the military guy, you said China. I did. I didn't mean to. Maybe I meant trying to. He was trying to, you know, he was trying to take me to a hotel. I live in Vegas, so we got hotels everywhere, and that's what he's trying to do. I think he said something that sounded like it. Yeah. I think I meant trying to, he's trying. He's trying very hard. So he sent a message about a week or so ago, and it was, did I want to? So we have Spa Canyon um, at the Palazzo Hotel, and they do like it's like a day spa, and you can start off in the morning, and you get the facials, you get the breakfast, you get the cucumber water, the relaxing, mud baths and all of that, massages and things. You spend the whole day there, pedicure, manicure, things like that. And then after that, then you're escorted up to your room and you say, real nice stuff, real nice stuff. And so I feel like there's the enticement around that. Oh, do you want to go over to the Spa Canyon and, we could get a room after that? That's how the invite comes out and things. I thought you said that too. And I was thinking, I don't want you leaving the country yet. Oh, yeah, I'm not going. If I went to China, it wouldn't be on a date. I'd be scared I wouldn't come back. I already keep telling y'all the days I'm going out so if somebody can rescue me. I couldn't get rescued in China. Just wondering, as always, I watch you. Sometimes I just don't comment, Mickey. Oh, Mickey, she watches you. She just doesn't comment. She's been around. Stand your ground. That's right. Um, so I'm sorry if I said China, guys. I think I meant trying to. uh, so that's Friday. Keep in mind, and it'll probably be because I get off between. I usually get off about 7. No, I'm not. I'm not allowed to work past 7. Um, so yeah, I'll probably be in the midst of the date by 8 p.m. my time. That's 11 Eastern. So you guys might be in bed and can't rescue me, but I'm letting you know. And yeah, it's supposed to be dancing, and obviously there should be some drinking, but I don't plan to drink because I want to drive my car. Yeah, I think that part is ruining a lot of plans. I think me having a new truck is ruining a lot of plans also. We could take Ubers. That's like, everybody's real date and stuff. We could take an Uber, meet up, have a good time, get some cocktails, do some dancing. Like, oh, that sounds nice. Except I won't be drinking. I'm driving my new truck. You gonna drive? Okay, well, I was hoping we could drink. Yeah, I know. I'm not gonna drink. I'd rather drive my own truck than be in an Uber. Tima is on late. We can stay up. Oh, that is true. She'll probably be messaging me though. And if not her, J Paul, I message them all the time. Yeah, I bother them a lot, but mostly, I mean, I message them directly to their phones and stuff so that I don't interrupt their show. uh, and yeah, they are on late and things. So going out, going dancing, will not be drinking because I'm driving my own truck. I hope that it's a lot of fun. I do dance when we go to the retreats. I dance with Tima and with Crashley and Rebecca and new bestie. You guys know her as Cheryl Gerhart's, Rochelle. We all dance, and their oldest daughter, Tiff Tiff. We all dance. We do like line dancing and stuff like that. My buddy Billy, he used to teach us line dances as well. He used to be a line dance instructor, and he knows over 250 line dances. You have to see how Billy come out when it's time to line dance. He come out with his little 10-gallon cowboy hat on. Yeah. Then he got on his little tank top. He got on his big his leather belt with the big buckle, and he got his thumbs. You ought to hear the ladies go crazy. They be like, woo! So it's a lot of fun. I like line dancing. If we're going line dancing, it'll be a great fun night. Other than that, what do you guys think I should wear? That's the next thing. I wear a lot of dresses. I wear a lot of dresses because they're comfortable and they cover up my bum bum, my big boo boo, and my thick thighs. So I don't like to show too much shape of everything. At least something to the imagination. So I do wear a lot of dresses and things. I get people ask me all the time, "Do you wear pants?" Yeah, I wear pants because they think I wear so many dresses that it might be, because of religious purposes or something. It's not. I just look better in dresses, trying to be cute. uh, uh, Rhonda says, sorry. Tia and everyone need to run. Had a blast. All night, Rhonda. All right. Mickey says, I'm not sure if I should be happy or sad for you. I got New York City out of my blood a long time ago. Really? I don't feel like that was for me. Everybody's saying bye. I went to meet a few friends. Comfortable shoes for sure. That's right, Ellen. I definitely am going to have on Crocs. My favorite. I do have 11 pairs of Crocs. Last year this time I had 6, and I took all 6 pair with me to the retreat. And I had a little bag just for the Crocs, and people were dying laughing. Mindy said, Tia, you and these Crocs. She thinks it's ridiculous. Stay away from warm synthetics that will hold in heat and sweat. That's a good idea. Probably should wear something that's breathable, cotton or something. I grew up there. It's okay, but so gray. Not a dress on since I was 16, and I'm 46 now. Ooh, look at Mutt Nut. She just shared that it was no issue. Mindy hates Crocs. I know. Mindy is my sister wife. We both fell for Chuck Pinson when his first canvas came out. I mean, whew, I loved his artwork. I could sit there and look at his paintings and just want to escape into the landscape that is on the screen. I just want to move in there. And the places, they for me, I can feel like the emotion of the painting. Like, oh, this is such a nice whimsical day. I could feel the breeze coming through. Like I can really immerse myself into his canvases and things. And Mindy had a canvas that she was unboxing on her channel, and to hear her talking, I remember I reached out to her. I didn't even think she would talk to me. It was before we actually knew each other, and she replied back, and we were chit chatting about our boo, Chuck Pinson. I just started calling her my sister wife. And then she started to, right when I had a thought, but I didn't have as many followers. And I had a thought, I wonder if people would be interested in doing, some sort of collab or event with Chuck Pinson. And she created one. And I was like, oh, she spoke to me. She spoke to my dream and the things that I wanted to do. Like, we are sharing the same brain. She wouldn't like that, but it's true. Wear the Crocs you can dance in, and you be you. Yeah, I have. That's a good idea. I don't know which ones. I'll have to pick and choose. Sounds like Bob Ross TV shows. I loved his voice. Yeah, yeah, I loved it. There we go. And a little bit right there. Just going to add a little bit more, and a little happy tree here, a little happy tree there. Here we go. Wow, nice, nice. How about that? My nut says I'm a Maryland redneck country girl. Oh, that sounds like something my girl Redneck Beauty would say. You guys know her as patriotic team, but I know my boo as Redneck Beauty. That's my girl. Oh my goodness. So we used to have so much fun. I reached out to her and just started talking. I'm just crazy like that. If I ever reach out to somebody and just start chit chatting and asking how you are, don't think that I'm just a crazy person. I'm really being genuine, just trying to get to know you. That's how I got to know Mindy. That's how I got to know Redneck Beauty. Just reached out to them and started talking. I was watching them, and they started communicating back to me. And hopefully when people reach out like that to me, obviously I got to see your message. There's sometimes I don't see the message. But I hope that I reach back out to you and I communicate, in the same way. That's how I met Susan Mascarenas. But there are times where I have missed, like she's on a couple different platforms and she might have messaged me on one that I'm not on or not checking as much. But just make sure that you guys, don't or let me know. Don't reach out to me, you weirdo. Just say it, and then I know that you think I'm being weird, and I won't bother you. Other than that, I just wanted to kind of get on here tonight, kind of share with you guys my apprehension. I am still continuing with, our commitment from Love is in the Air. We definitely, as singles, said we were going to make a commitment to try and meet somebody and see can we had these great examples of love, in couples and things like that. And then we have, people who are getting married. If you guys didn't know, Diamond Queen 2020, she didn't toss the bouquet our way, but she has finally got married and she talked about her wedding plans. And I think she ended up having to push it back. Pandemic was cruel to us all. And so it's good to see that she found love and has been able to walk down the aisle. And I don't know if that's necessarily what I'm looking for. I've been down that aisle twice, but it would be nice to have somebody rub some feet, somebody take out my trash, and somebody to do the cooking. I know y'all said that when I said that before, y'all were laughing at me and things, but those are definitely on my honeydews. I'm just gonna take some advice from Amy, and I'm gonna try and be a little more honest about what I want. I definitely want somebody that can get in the kitchen and cook. I'm tired of cooking. I told y'all I miss my mama. I miss her a lot. I see why she left. Um, she was tired. And I am a spoiled brat. I'm not gonna lie. Spoiled brat. So, I cook now a lot. Like almost 3 times a day. If you want to eat, you gotta cook. And so definitely have re-embraced cooking. Um, and yeah, looking for that as a partner. So if y'all have brothers out there, we're not looking to move in. I'm not looking for no money. I'm definitely not looking for nobody else's paycheck. I got a check of my own I don't want to share. So I can understand they feel the same way. Um, I'm a mess. I am. You work from home, Tia? I sure do. I work from home, and I don't get to drive my truck much because I do work from home. So I find little things to do. Like today, my daughter wasn't feeling well, and she was at work. Mommy gonna come and bring you something to eat. Fired up the truck. I got to get out. It was kind of windy out. It was kind of cool. I don't know what's going on with the weather here in Vegas. My husband and I have been together for 25 years, and he is exactly the opposite of what I was looking for in almost every way. But I love him to death, though. Oh, that is helpful. What I find is that the gentlemen that I can laugh with the most, or who I find myself maybe gravitating a little bit more to. I think for those gentlemen, I think I am a comfort, but I think that they are looking for somebody who is a lot more aggressive and somebody who is more flirtatious and somebody who is more willing, I guess the better way to say it, And so those are definitely opportunities that I have because I'm never, I've been single for a long time. And so because of how long it's been, I'm not in a hurry for any of that. And so, you kind of tell once you meet up with somebody, they're wanting to move fast. Communication is key. You will never get what you're looking for if you don't say what it is, good or bad. Mickey tells me that. Mickey says that a lot, Amy. And so I agree. She always says, be honest. Just be honest. So I don't think that I'm not honest. I just think that I'm not as forthright. And so my goal has been the last few dates to be more forthright. The one date where the gentleman showed up as someone other than himself, like I didn't know who he was. He was so old. Um, it had to be a picture. The picture online had to be at least 30 years old. At least he looked every bit 80. I mean, he was hunched over, you know, like he needed a walker and things. He could barely walk. I don't. Anyway, that date took me so far out of the game, and mentally I was like done. I'm like, oh no, I don't want to date no more. I had a list, and this is what I get. Remember, my list was, hopefully I meet me somebody. He got his own teeth as my teeth start to, you see, my teeth are doing what they want to do. Like they fighting down here. They in a cage, like, let me out. I had a tooth removed over here and over here. And the dentist said that they would shift as I got older. He was trying to get me to get some braces and things. I don't want to pay for braces. I think I was in my 40s at that point. And I had already teased my friend Melissa B. That's how I met Melissa. I met Melissa when she had just got braces on her teeth, and she was in her 40s at that point. I'm like, girl, don't you got grandkids? What are you doing? And so obviously I didn't want, oh my God, I'm sorry to hear that. That is why I stopped going out and dating people. Yeah, Viv, oh my gosh, he showed up, and I'm thinking, I'm talking to the guy on the picture. Oh, I thought he was so cute. I was like, yes, this is perfect. We're getting along. Everything is going great. He has one mind. He chuckles, I chuckle. He make a quick joke, I make a quick joke. Everything was going good till he showed up looking like the grandpa of him. I swear he looked like his own. How can that be? You're 29. Billy believes that, y'all. Oh, thank you, Billy. Nobody really knows how old I am. It's the age I don't divulge. Anyway, um, he looks Viv. Oh my gosh, I never forget. I was so disappointed. I mean, really disappointed. Y'all ever? I know most of y'all have seen me disappointed. I did an unboxing of that advent calendar that a big name diamond painting company released last year. And when I tell you that I had tight jaws in that video, trying my hardest not to react on camera. That's why I don't do unboxings, because you get the facial, and I don't like to give you too much facial. But I ended up giving facial. And so many people reached out to me laughing about my facial expressions in that unboxing. That is how I felt at that date. I have a mailman at my work. He likes me clearly. I'm like, let's go out for coffee. And he replies, texting that he's a, oh, girl, I'm tell you, I went through that too, April. Let me tell you. A guy said that he was going to be coming on a business trip. He was going to be, and we had just met, like I guess Tuesday. I had just signed up, and he texted me when he got here. He had, first thing that day he had meetings and things like that, some kind of conference that they were here for. And I said, well, maybe we can meet up for coffee or something. Coffee, I don't know what coffee means or if that was code for something else, you know. But I literally said, well, maybe we can meet up for coffee the next day, because the next day was going to be Saturday. And I'm thinking 9, 10 o'clock in the morning. Tammy. So many people told me. So many people. So, girl, April, before I could get up, get in the shower, and make a suggestion, I had apparently missed 53 messages. I go in, I liked your story about the guy eating barbecue wings. Oh, yeah, that was what, 2 weeks ago, right, Peggy? I'm gonna remind you of that. And you were dodging the food flying around. Girl, it was bad. Like, who eats what? That was the worst food choice. And I said that to him when the lady came. I literally said, I don't think that anything on the appetizer list is a good idea for dating. Um, what app did y'all put me on? So April, for my show, Love is in the Air, all of the subscribers and the people in chat, they helped me, my sister Rebecca, and my son Justin create our dating profiles, and we went on. I think I am on Farmers Only and one other. It's some kind of ranching app. I came off of that one because I'm on Farmers Only and one other. I can't remember what the other one is, but I'm still on Farmers Only. That's where all of the guy. I haven't been on OK Cupid. Oh, I'll have to try that. But no, I know it's not OK. Most of them were like farming and ranching type. Um, Billy said Golden Bachelor. Billy's trying to hear you go. If you go with me, Billy, I'll do it. I'll do it with you. um, but mostly Farmers Only are where all of my dates are coming from. So I wasn't it a silver? No, that's the one Rebecca's on. Silver Seniors. Rebecca didn't like our ranchers one. I did. I liked it. I like ranchers. I like big brawly, lumberjack type, biker type gentleman. Anyway, the one gentleman that came, 53 missed messages. I go to look. It's before I even took the shower. I was going to, like I said, suggest that we meet up for coffee. He sent me all kinds of dirty pictures of himself. And they were like for at least 2 or 3 hours. And I'm like, are you, what? Then he sent a message like 2 or 3 hours had went by, I guess because I hadn't responded. You act like you don't want to see me or something like that. I don't. I didn't respond. I just blocked him. And then because he was so smart, he went back on the app. You know how you message each other through the app. He went back on the app. And somebody literally told me, I forget, was it you, Tammy, that to go back on the app, report him and things. But I had already at that point just kind of like blocked them and things like that. But I should have. But I thought that was so horrible. I really did. I wanted to quit then, you know. This gentleman that I went out with, that was last week. We went out and the lady comes around and she's asking for our appetizer order. And they had items on there like, I feel like saucy items for a first date where you're sitting across from one another. It's just not a good idea. And so they had a lot of things for saucy, and he gets wings. And I'm like, no, that's not a good idea. Mm-mm. And he was like, yeah, let's go. Why not? Why not? Why you don't want to? And I'm like, because it's wet food. I know, I don't think it's a good idea on a date. He gets them and he's eating them with his hands. I mean, there's no other way, I guess, to eat wings. I don't eat wings unless they're like boneless wings. And even, I swear, I'll cut them to him and I use a fork and I just, eat them with a fork and things. And so it was bad. And I know she is thinking exactly what I was seeing. But he's got sauce all on this and he's talking and it's just, and I'm bobbing and weaving because as he's speaking, he laughing, and you can, yeah. So I was ready to go at that point. I was so ready to go. I'm like, why do I keep getting myself into these messes? I almost quit. I almost quit. And then I got my son. I'm telling you, April was bad. And so I was gonna quit after then. I'm done. I don't think I can do this no more. It's been real. It's been, a lot of chuckles and laughs, but I can't. And then my son was like, "No, you said till the end of July." I'm like, "Did I say that? Well, whose idea was it to do 6 months?" So, so my son kicked me back into play and things like that. Now, mom, and if I were talking to him, I would have been doing this. Now you committed. Honor your commitment. Don't mom me. Don't mom me. Oh, somebody asked me why didn't I reach out for SOS. I can't remember. But that's right, Amy. That would have been I think Crashley said, why didn't you send out a signal, the bat signal? We would have saved you from that one. And he's like, yeah, so you know what I'm saying? It's like, and I'm like, oh, Becky, it was bad. It was so bad. And I'm like, and I find myself leaning back, I was upset. Like, why am I doing this? But if I have to be honest, like tonight, my son is out on a date, you know. My daughter, she is working for over another half an hour or so. When they do move on, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted to do it in the first place. I don't want my children to feel bad, like, but my mom, you know, I don't want to leave my mom. I do feel like my son is going to hover and linger a little bit more than my daughter. My daughter, she gonna be like, oh well, mom, I got to go. I got life to be living, and you have a good, she be done stole. Like my daughter has completely stolen my look. She got the butterflies and things like that. She's always wore her hair curly. I will say she didn't steal that. Um, but she does now part it down the middle. She never did that. She still keep her a bang. Um, she cut all her hair to her chin and then let it all grow back in even. And we look like each other. um, so well, Tia, was fun, but I have to go. Good night, Viv. Thanks for coming and hanging out. You have a great evening. Then all the cheese on the. Oh, Peggy, you remembered that part too. Um, there was there was no sauce on the pizza because he had it all on his face. That's for one. He asked for their extra cheesy something special, and it was supposed to be deep dish pepperoni. I'm okay with just pepperoni, but he wanted pepperoni and sausage and said something about their extra. They brought they brought bread covering the cheese basically. And when you bit in, I mean, just big gobs of nothing but mozzarella cheese. Make it 7 cheeses, mix it up, give us a delight or something. But that still was a lot of cheese. Like to fill up a deep dish pizza, it was a lot of cheese. And I mean, he sat there and I couldn't do it. I bit into, and I'm like, there was one piece of pepperoni, and then I didn't see the sausage, but it supposedly had sausage in. It was a lot of cheese and no sauce. So they put a thin crust layer on the top and poured the sauce on the top. However, I think they should have put sauce down in and put the cheese and toppings in the thin crust layer and more sauce, and they didn't do that. Oh my word, Tia, write a book to find your art. um, Amy, if you go back and someone keeps telling me to like update all my stories, like Crashley's favorite story of mine is the Who the Hell is Aunt Helen story. These are real stories. Have to tell y'all that one time. Peggy, I'm telling you, a lot of people say that my children say that all the time. My life is so funny. When I talk about the McDonald's story, a lot of people think that it's made up. I'm making light of horrible moments. I've always been able to do that. But if you guys didn't know, I got shot in the parking lot of McDonald's. That sounds, just using that and saying it, it sounds detrimental. But when I tell it, it's hilarious. And it takes people away from thinking about the tragedy that could have occurred that evening. So that's why I do it. So I got my McDonald's story, the Taco Bell story. That all time is my favorite. I mean, I in the moment, I can't believe how this story came out. In the moment, I had smoke coming out of my ears. I'm pretty sure people could see it. I had on a wig, a good wig. I mean, my hair was so long back then. I could not at all. The McDonald's kiosk is real. I could not. Oh, I got another McDonald's story, not just the kiosk one. This is one that occurred a few years ago. Holy moly, I never heard of that story. Oh, Peggy, they go back. So the McDonald's story. Um, let's see. Oh, the story where my niece was dangling off the toilet. I was 5. I I set a fire. My brother kept trying to get me to stop playing with matches, and I wouldn't. I wouldn't even listen to him. He's getting on my last nerve. If you don't leave me alone, and he said, "You better stop, T." These call me Baby T, Princess Tia. Um, those was mostly T, Baby T, and Princess Tia. All my nicknames. My brother, he called me T or Baby T. You better stop, Baby T. And I'm like, I'm stop. Leave me alone. You ain't my daddy. You know how kids are. They're bad. I was. I've grown out of that because I had kids. And they're not lying about that karma thing. Anyway, I wouldn't stop playing. He was like, I'm getting out of here before you get us in trouble. So he goes in the other room where my aunts were babysitting us. My aunts are, they're not too much older than us. So it had to be about 12, 13. Anyway, I kept playing with the matches. Ooh, look at that. And the one flame went, whoo, it was beautiful, right? Flame caught the curtain. And I mean, that stuff goes up quick. Threw the matches down. Who would have knew all the rest of them would have caught off the flame? I got the heck up out of there. I went into the bathroom to take a poop. And I heard, oh my God, you smell that? My aunts went, they were smart, quick on their feet. Telling you, don't let anybody tell you that somebody with good, thick shoulders can't move fast. They move fast. Put that whole fire out. You didn't even have to call the fire department. That's who you want around you when some tragedy and things are about to ensue. My aunts. Anyway, I'm in there on the toilet. Only one person came in there looking all suspicious right before they smelled the smoke. So guess who got the ass whooping? So Sorry, wasn't me. I can't believe I'm laughing about that. All these years later, whenever my brother get on my nerves and stuff, he'll bring that up. We'll be arguing. He'll bring that up. I did get a whooping because you started a fire. It's like, you did, didn't you? Nope, Billy. My brother got that butt whooping because I was smart. And after the fire took off, I ran like we should. And I got on that toilet. Boom, your giggle is contagious. Night, April. Sleep tight. Thank you for coming and hanging. It's only gone long tonight because I'm here and my kids aren't out there. You coming to eat with us? So but yeah, Billy, there's a lot more to that story. Like I always talk about how I went into the bathroom, pulled my pants down, plopped up on the toilet, let my legs dangle. I always talk about that and things. I talk about the conversation that you can hear. What? When it was questioning him, oh, that was questioning the heck out of him. I didn't do it. He's so stupid. He didn't want to get me in trouble. Let alone, I don't know what he was thinking because I would have ratted on him. Ain't no way I would have took the heat. And he was like, it wasn't me. And they're like, well, who else would it have been? And I'm like, and they come in and check. And I knew something had to come out. Oh, I was pushing. I was trying. Please, something come out, please. And never, ever dawned on them that it was me. And ding dong never, ever directly pointed the finger. I would have been a singing bird. I'm telling you, whoo, I'd have been, ah, it would have just come out. It was Mike. Mike did it. Mike. That fool did it. It was him. I would have told. It would not have cost me any at all. He didn't tell. And I'm like, why won't he tell? And they just was, get over here. They was taking turns. I know you start a fire. Boom, boom, boom. Get over here. And he's like, get over here. My daddy came to pick us up. I don't know. My dad was like, get in here. I'm like, oh, he told on me. What happened? I was on the toilet and I heard them yelling and then they whooped them. My dad got in line and whooped them too. Oh, I was a bad sister to him. That's why I've been so good to him lately. I don't know if a lot of you were here last year and the year before. He started having medical problems. I took care of all of his medical. So he had lost his job. He was battling. He kept trying to keep it and things, but he just was getting slower and slower. And him not having a job was impacting his household financially. So having to go to the doctor and pay out of pocket for medical and things like that was taken away from the household budget, and he already wasn't working. So I took that on. So I was a bad sister as a little girl, but I'm a great sister as an adult. My little brother lit a ping pong ball on fire in the bathroom and dropped it. Not in the toilet, on the linoleum floor. People wonder why I burst into laughter when I see a ping pong ball. Yeah. So a couple of people they like that story. The truth did come out because I'm stupid. I forget how old I was. I know it was in high school. And I said something about the time that I caught grandma's back room on fire. And my aunt caught that I said I. She was like, wait a minute, did you just say I? And I was like, huh? That's my brother's favorite line. You ask him a question, you tell when he lying. Because he be trying to, like, did you just say, huh? Huh? He act like he didn't hear you. If you could say, huh, you can hear, you know. Uh, I caught that. And it is almost midnight here in Pittsburgh. Yes, it is. Ellen, you've been hanging out with Tia. Make sure you tune in Saturday morning. We are going to be doing our morning laughs, me and Lizzie. And our first guest is going to be Dipping Time. She's going to join us for a couple of laughs. So make sure you guys start your Saturday off with me. I'm going to stream to both channels, mine and Lizzie's. Okay. But have a good night. So yeah, I slipped up and I said something like the time that I caught grandma's back room on fire or something like that. And she caught it. My mom could never figure out how that mark got on the floor. I always told her to ask my younger brother. What time? It starts at 7 Pacific, which I think is 10 a.m. Eastern. There you go. Yeah. So you'll be able to just kick off the morning as you're getting up or finishing your breakfast. For me, it'll be early, but I usually get up about 5:30, 5:40 my time, which is like 8:30, 8:40 your time. Although I don't have to be at work for almost 4 more hours. I start between 8:30 and 9, usually, because I'm on so late. But yeah, see you then. Rest up. Get ready to chuckle. So yeah, I slipped up, told on myself. I'm not sure if I will make it 7 a.m. on Saturday. All depends on whether we go out Friday night or not. Where you going when you go out Friday? You guys, if you didn't know, you're here, right? You're here now. When are we going to have lunch? That's the important question. Um, Ooh, we can hear about your date. Well, yeah, we'll definitely be debriefing that. um, you going to Red Rock Casino? Oh man, I do usually try and hit some of the trails out there. Um, Red Rock Casino, but I don't have a wrap or anything on my truck, and I've been noticing I'm getting some tiny nicks and stuff. Spent too much money on my baby, on Butterfly. So I got to get it wrapped. My house about 2 miles from Red Rock Canyon. Ooh, that's a beautiful area. Real nice. Um, yep, told on myself. My aunt was like, I should tear you up. I said, why? He's gotten over it. Why don't you? She said, you lied. I said, y'all was hidden. I definitely didn't want to know none of that action. You know, perhaps had you sat him down and talked to him, then I might have been able to come forward. You threaten them with violence. That's like holding up a gun, expecting somebody to really come out and say, yep, I'm ready for my punishment. And you got the gun on them. That's not wise. Told her, see, you guys should be thankful. You raised a good, wise niece. Thank you. My house is about to, okay. And so obviously that story right there gets me in trouble. People are like, Tia. I'm like, I was 5, you know, but it's still, I might even been 4, but I remember, I can't remember if I was in school or not. I always seriously laughing out loud. My husband just asked what the heck I'm laughing about in here. Oh, that crazy Tia. Oh man, it don't stop. It don't stop. I know I told y'all about the time that was I was at karate. We talked about that. One of my most embarrassing moments and things like that. That roundhouse kick. Oh my gosh. That was a few years later. Um, Probably 2 years maybe after the fire incident. That was a awesome kick. I'll never forget that. Oh, I could see. Yep. I It was a great kick though. He had just went through this lesson. It was a lot of people there. A lot. I thought I was gonna be the next Bruce Lee. That was before we had like in the 80s we started having a lot of people that were doing, martial art pictures and stuff. Van Damme started coming out. There was this one lady, she was a white lady with blonde hair, gray eyes. She was real cute and she could fight. She could really fight. That was before all of this. We just had Bruce Lee and what's that black guy's name? The basketball, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. That's all we had back then. Those two. We had this big 6'9" black guy trying to do a round kick, but that's what got everybody interested. And so I'm sitting there like, Poppy, oh Poppy, you got to get me into. I want to do this class. Oh, it's so much fun. Everybody's talking about it. I'm gonna be next. I just had to do it. Had to do it. That was Kid movie. Oh, that was way before, because Karate Kid came out, what, 83, 84? It was way before that. I was going to be the Karate Kid. And this event happened. Anyway, I know y'all heard about the story. I talked about it. Most embarrassing moments. It's been a recent show, but I'm gonna re-relay it. Just a quick snippet. He taught us how to do the round kick, and then he asked for a volunteer. Guess who wanted to volunteer? I'll give you one guess. Yup, Princess Tia. Wrong way. Which way am I going? Here we go. Princess Tia. I get up. He didn't show this, and I'm like, okay. Now, before that, let me preface. She wasn't, the greatest. She wasn't feeling great, and no. But this was the event that I had begged for. It was finally here. I had to have a really nice, well pressed karate outfit to start this class. And the goal was nobody's going to be able to touch me. I was going to be the baddest one up in there. Yes, I was. So I'll get to volunteer first. I'm going to be his favorite. He's going to make me his prize student. And I'm going to kick all the boys' butts. Her. This one right here. Be able to duke it out. All the dudes. Little did I know that your body will tell you when it's preparing for stuff. I was young, so I didn't take the hint. I didn't take the hint at all. When it was time to do that roundhouse, I'm going to put all that I got into it. Stand here and I'm going to kick that leg up. Whoop, it's going to go right out and it's going to go around and I'm going to hold it right there in my opponent's face. It's just at that one particular moment. You have one job. This all you living for. Reached up my leg and went to kick. Yep, the wettest that it could be. In my new, fresh, white, brand new pressed karate outfit. And an uproarious laughter went out as I was in front of the whole class. Yep. That's why I don't embarrass easy. Because where do you go from there? Yep, Peggy. Billy said, Billy said brown belt instantly from the waist down, from the hips down. uh, and so when it was time, I had to back out. Everybody was laughing. They were cracking up. And I had to back out. And my dad came to get me. That fool would not let me get in his car. Made me walk home as the car followed me up the road. I was like, Poppy, nope. Not getting in here, getting any of that on my. Come on now. You all right? Walk in, pop, nope. Not at all. We're just going to throw that away. You should be prepared to run in the house naked because that's not coming in the house. The worst part was we had a housekeeper. Miss Virginia could have got this clean. She could handle this. He didn't want Miss Virginia to have to do any of that. So I had to wrap up in newspaper. And then run through the house up to my room and my bathroom. Yep. And then I think I was 7. I had to do all my own cleaning. Yep. He wouldn't let Miss Virginia. I think my daddy was sleeping with the maid at that point. There was a newspaper, girl. I know they don't have it now, but this was a while ago. This was probably the first decade that I was going to be turning 29. Y'all know I've been 29 for probably 3 or 4 decades. Nut says, night, Tia, and everyone. It is 12 a.m. Eastern. Off to get some sleep, so I am rested and have a live today at 2 p.m. Oh, I'm going to try and attend that. I know that's in the middle of my work day, but sometimes I will click on YouTube and just kind of listen to it low in the background when I am. So I'm going to try and look that up. You guys have been rocking out. It is definitely been 2 hours. I definitely appreciate you guys just kind of hanging out with me, revisiting some of my funny stories. We started off this because I was a little upset. One of my favorite shows is getting canceled, and I wanted to reminisce on how over time I have led the brigade to help save some other shows. I did sign petitions for SWAT. SWAT not only got renewed for a 7th season, but it just got renewed for an 8th season. And I was one of the 500,000, I think they had 500 and something thousand people who wrote in to save Cagney and Lacey. And I was one of the people who wrote in years ago. What was that, 40 years ago? To save Cagney and Lacey. Yeah. I remember it. I really enjoyed the show. And it got good after that. I mean, it got really good after they got saved. So I'm hoping maybe we can do the same with So Help Me Todd. I do enjoy the show a lot. It's good, clean, wholesome, fun. And that's hard to do. That's really hard to do in this day and age. So it's been great, Tia. We're always up for hanging out with you. I definitely appreciate that. It's been a great evening. Make sure as you guys head off into your evening slumbers that you guys remember this is Mental Health Awareness Month. And it just takes a little bit of extra, grace. Just take a little bit of extra compassion. If we work together, obviously, we're creating awareness. But we could take that into our Junes, our Julys, and our Augusts. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Come back and see me and Lizzie on Saturday. It'll be 7 a.m. Pacific, 10 a.m. Eastern. And we are going to have morning laughs with Tia and Lizzie. And it'll probably say Lizzie and Tia the following week. Thank you guys. And you all have a great evening.